Hello, my name is Ashok Dwarkanath. By degree, I am a civil engineer. Worked as a structural engineer for 20 years. Later, I took up the assignment of setting up of training and development for Total Environment Building System, a leading real estate firm in Bangalore. At the moment, I head the People Operations Department of Total Environment Building Systems. To upskill myself, I started pursuing my diploma in training and development from Indian Society for Training and Development. I am from the batch of 79 and my enrollment number is 25566. This is a short presentation on my internship project on designing a sales training program for the field staff of real estate firm, which is a part of my diploma in training and development. Total Environment Building Systems Private Limited is a Bangalore-based Indian company. The company designs and constructs some of the finest luxury homes in India and have a strength of 640 employees. The company has built homes to more than 2,000 customers and have a turnover of 1,250 crore. The company is expanding fast and is vertically integrated and houses some of the finest designers, engineers and sales team who create luxury homes with a difference. There are various products on the offer: villas, apartment, commercial spaces with more than 14 projects ongoing across Bangalore, Pune and Hyderabad. The vision of the company is to provide an unsurpassed living experience through the creation of sensitively designed inspiring spaces. The need for designing a very relevant sales training program came into light when the sales team were unable to sell the way the product was designed to. The sales team are employees who come with experience ranging from 5 to 10 years, and the company's immediate goal is to train the sales team in such a way that the team is able not only to sell, upsell, but also be able to give our customers product knowledge that the company boasts of. Every villa is customized as per consumers' demand and specification, and this requires a crisp hand holding and explaining the details as per the product that will be delivered. Setting this as an agenda, I am presenting this project with the following four as the objective of study. As I have studied in ISTD curriculum, training need analysis was conducted to identify the gap between employee training and the needs of training. Training needs analysis is the first stage in the training process, and this is involving a series of steps that reveal whether training will help to solve the problem which has been identified. Once the gap between what is and what should be is determined with various methods, after a proper analysis, various areas of training required under knowledge, skill, and attitudes are defined. Once these are identified, clear objectives are derived for the planned training program. The objective of the study was also to find out the right way of scheduling the training so that every aspects are covered. Finally, on modules which will have to be developed with the SMEs to make sure they are aligned with the defined objectives and outcomes. The ADDIE model is adapted for instructional design to help organize and streamline the production of the course content. Being the acronym for Analysis, Design, Development and Implementation and Evaluation, ADDIE relies on each stage being done in the given order, but with a focus on reflection and iteration. The model gives a streamlined, focused approach and provides feedback for continuous improvement. Following the principles of ADDIE, analysis. Training need analysis is done to assess the knowledge, skill, attitude level of this team using the following: questionnaire, mystery audits, 360-degree feedback. A questionnaire was prepared, which is a combination of MCQs as well as open-ended questions. The questions were structured in a way that most of the aspects that they are going to be judged on will cover most of the topics that they should be trained on. The aim of the questionnaire administered for the sales team is to enable them to understand the current depth of knowledge the sales team has about the product, to identify the training topics that they should be covered for the sales team, to understand the keenness of learning of the sales team, to provide a constructive base for enhancing performance and efficiency. Mystery audits. We had engaged an agency who had specially trained auditors who offered the opportunity to the organization to assess and monitor the quality of services being provided by the sales team from the point of view of the customer. The aim of mystery audit approach was to know the performance level of sales teams, service and malfunctions, to know how well the team understands the customer's expectation, to assess the competence and knowledge level of the staff. The agency used two approaches for this, by calling on the phone and assessing, as well as visiting all the sites and assessing them on various aspects as mentioned. 360-degree feedback. A feedback from the sales team members, colleagues, supervisors, subordinates, and self evaluation was done to assess the training needs in full. On analyzing the results of the tests, mystery audits, and 360-degree feedback, the shortcomings of the sales teams were tabulated and clustered into knowledge, skill, and attitude training requirements. But without a clear, objective, and defined outcome, the designing of the training program and content will be an utter failure. I used Bloom's taxonomy to define the objectives and outcomes of the training program. Bloom's taxonomy is hierarchical, meaning that learning at higher levels is dependent on having attained prerequisite knowledge and skills at lower levels. Each of these are paired with action verbs that help describe the activity, objective, or outcome of the training. In order for an objective to give a very apt structure, it should be free of vague or ambiguous words or phrases. The objective should be measurable. Hence, while defining the objectives, I have used clear verbs and actionable verbs. Following were a few aspects that were considered while sequencing the training. The 28 sales team members were divided into two batches, batch 1 and 2, of 14 each to facilitate and manage the training better. Keeping in mind the sales core working hours are not to be disturbed, their non-working days, that is Tuesday and Wednesday, were used as training days. Since this has been done in two batches, some of the sessions could have been recorded sessions like the real estate laws, but we intended that they have to be live since it would answer many of their queries and their attention span would be controlled too. Once these were sequenced, while designing and conceptualizing the modules, very clear outcomes were defined against each topic of training delivery. This helped in designing the content much better. Also, while delivering the training, various methods of trainings were suggested and used like role play, lecturette, energizer, games, demonstrations to make sure that the adult training principles are kept in mind and all the participants are kept engaged. Let's see some analysis of data and results. Questionnaire. The questionnaire that was given had 40 questions for a maximum score of 60. The highest score was 45 by one person, but the average score was just 23. A sample of analysis done against each question in the questionnaire is shown here. In the similar fashion, key observations in each question were noted. It was observed that the people fared well only with questions related to the company, but on the product, industry, and selling skills, they fared poorly. During the mystery audit, the agency did phone calling as well as visited 4 different sites of Total Environment. Various aspects like greeting the customers, product knowledge, specifications, hygiene of the model home, grooming of the salesperson, and different soft skills were measured. The results showed that they need to be trained on most of these things as they fell short of expectations in most of them. A sample of the audit report is shown beside. More detailed one is in the report submitted. The 360-degree interaction, the focus group discussion with the sales team and all other working with them, gave a clear insight on prioritizing the topics and designing the training program. Method of voting in and discussions among themselves were organized to prioritize the topics as well. The outcome of this is shown in the chart beside. The key findings of the whole exercise were divided into three categories: knowledge, skills, and attitude. The sales team is currently weak in understanding the following in terms of knowledge: not enough grasp of brand ethos, lack of product knowledge, customization knowledge that will hinder upselling, no real estate regulatory authority knowledge, that is the RERA knowledge, lack of finance and accounts knowledge. In terms of skills, they need to be trained on the following: negotiation skills, luxury selling, communication skills, and conflict management. In terms of attitude, the sales team needs to be trained on the following: etiquettes and grooming, ownership and accountability, customer relationship management. A sample of one of the many trainings that were conducted is presented in the report. However, based on the TNA done, defining of the objectives, scheduling of the program, and designing of the training modules, following are my recommendations and suggestions. The company should conduct quarterly TNA to measure to keep up with the attrition rate. Create MCQs on LMS and use tools like Schoology, which offers free subscription instead of having a paper and pen test every time. All the SMEs shortlisted for delivering the training definitely needs a train the trainer approach. Gamify the training content to make the technical training more interactive. Some of my learnings were: by taking 360-degree feedback, it was found that there was a consensus on training requirement that led to top-down approach. Accurate analysis of data got me the approval of participants to actively engage in training sessions. Having a clear outcome with respective objectives made this entire activity a meaningful one. My own faith in training concepts have increased immensely. I found a few novelties too. Successful TNA done and 2 pilot trainings implemented based on the same got me an approval for a higher training budget. Coming from a completely different field, which is no way related to HR and training, I had to prove myself. Management's belief in me increased looking at the results and approach. Thanks to ISTD course content and continuous guidance by my guide. Thank you.